everyone. Today I'm going to start up with the topic called as body fluids and circulation. So in this chapter we will be discussing about what are the types of circulation. Then we will be discussing about the body fluids that is helping in the circulation. Then we will be discussing about the organ that is going to help this process of circulation. Okay. So now before going into the topic, let me give a overview of what the circulation is all about. Okay. So what is circulation? Any idea on what is circulation? Why the circulation is to be done in the body? Yes, any idea? So it is nothing but, say for example, each and every living organisms, they need what? They need food for the survival. That is the basic necessity for what? Each and every living organisms in the earth. Okay, from the food, what they are obtaining? They are obtaining what? The nutrients. Am I right? So we are taking food and it is getting digested and it is converted into what? The nutrients which our body takes from the digested food. Okay. So this nutrients that is digested should travel to what? It should be supplied to all parts of the body. Yes or no? So I have taken my food and I have acquired the essential nutrients after the process of digestion. Once the digestion is completed at the intestine, the nutrients will be produced. That nutrients, it should be supplied to what? All the parts of the body. Okay. Each and every cells in the body, what? They perform certain metabolic activities. What? Only if every cells are doing their metabolic activities in a proper way, then only what happens? Our entire system works according to the what? It works without any interruptions or nothing. Without any interruptions. Okay. So in case if the nutrients is not supplied properly to all parts of the body, it ultimately leads to disease. This is what all about the role of circulation. Okay. So this circulation is what? Very important. Okay. It is not only what? It is going to carry the essential nutrients required by all parts of the body. Okay. And it is also going to carry what? The respiratory gases. That is nothing but the oxygen that we are inhaling and the carbon dioxide that we are exhaling. Okay. So the main role of the body fluids that is going to help in the process of circulation is what? To supply the nutrients to all parts of the body and the respiratory gases to all parts of the body. Am I making it clear? This is the main thing that is to be done for each and every process in the human system or any animal system or any organisms. Okay, to sustain their life. Okay, in order to if they have to live a life, okay, if they have to live, obviously every metabolic process should be what? Should be done in a correct way. Okay, that process is carried out only when there is what? A proper supply of energy and oxygen is provided. Okay, and this is that carrying of that oxygen or that energy, that is nothing but our nutrients, is done by whom? This body fluids. Okay. In case of humans, the body fluids is nothing but what? In case of humans, the body fluids is nothing but what? The blood. Okay. We all know that each and every part of the body. Okay. So we all know that cell is the basic building block of a organism. Whether it may be an animal, whether it may be a human, or whether it may be a microorganism. Okay, for each and every organism that is living in the earth, the basic building block is what? The cell. The cell is only going to what? Combine together and they will be forming what? Tissues, and the tissues are going to ultimately form organs, and the organs, they lead to the production of what? This organ systems. Okay, so obviously this blood, it comes under the category of fluid tissues. Okay, this is the only tissue which is in a form of fluid, and it is going to what? Transport all throughout the body. Okay, it will be traveling from the head to the toe. Okay, there is no junction for it, there is no stop for it. It is going to what? It is going to transport all throughout the body. That is why we are studying body fluids as well as that is why we are studying what? This body fluids when we are studying about this process of circulation. That is, the circulation is carried out mainly with the help of what? This body fluids. Am I making it clear? So now we will be going on into the topic. Okay, so when we are coming into the topic, so as I said already, what is circulation? So circulation is nothing but what? Uniform distribution. What uniform distribution? Evenly distributing. Okay, uniform in the sense what? Evenly distributing. What it is going to distribute? It is going to distribute what? The respiratory gases. That is nothing but are carbon dioxide and oxygen. Okay, and it is going to also distribute what? The absorbed foods. What is the absorbed foods? Absorbed foods are nothing but are nutrients. Okay, the nutrient supplements that we are going to get from the food source. Okay, that is going to be supplied to all parts of the body through what? Through this body fluid. So in case of human, it is going to supplied by what? By the blood. Okay, now what? To the all parts of the body. Okay, am I making it clear with the definition? I hope now you will be understanding the definition. That is what? Uniform distribution of respiratory gases as well as what? Nutrients. So I said that what? Each and every process, it is carried out by what? Each and every process, they are doing some metabolic activities, right? So the metabolic activities, they need what? They need some sort of, they will be producing some sort of waste as well while they are doing some metabolic activities. So when cellular respiration is taking place or some kind of destruction of cells is taking place by WBC, each and every case, what happens? Some sort of metabolic waste will be produced at that particular location where the process is carrying out. Okay, so that waste should also be what? Should also be removed from that particular location. Okay, it is also done by who? It is also done by the body fluids. Okay, that is in case of humans, it is done by the blood. The unwanted products of the various parts of the body is also removed by whom? Removed by the circulation of the blood. Okay, am I making it clear? So now we will be coming into types. So when coming into types, based on the whether they are classified into two categories. One is whether they are moving, whether the flow is inside the cell or outside the cell. Okay, it is categorized as, it is based on the flow. Okay, one type is based on flow, whether the fluid is going inside the cells or outside the cell. It is categorized into what? Two types. Okay, and one more thing is, it is classified based on the types of fluids that is going to circulate. Okay, one is based on what? Based on the flow. Okay, whether it is going to go within the cell or whether it is going to what? Flow outside the cell. Okay, one more classification is based on what? Based on what type of fluid is going to be circulated. Am I making it clear? Okay, fine. So coming to what? So in this, based on the flow, it is categorized into what? Intracellular and extracellular. From the name itself, you can understand that what? One is going to circulate the fluid within the cell. So in case of intracellular, so say for example, it is the cell with cytoplasm. Okay, with the cytoplasm and the nucleus. Okay, so in this case, okay, what happens, right? The flow of the body fluid takes place where? The flow of the body fluid takes place within the cell itself. Okay, the body fluid is also what? Nothing but the one that is filled in the cytoplasmic content. Okay, that is why it is otherwise called as what? Cytoplasmic circulation. Okay, the body fluid is going to what? Circulate with the cell itself. That is why it is called as what? Intracellular. There is no flow out of the cell. Okay, the body fluid, they are going to circulate within the cell itself. That is why it is called as what? Intracellular circulation. It is mainly found in case of what? Unicellular organisms. Okay, the organisms, that is what? A single celled organism, unicellular organism, which cannot be seen through our naked eye. In such organisms, only what happens? This type of intracellular circulation is found. Okay, coming to extracellular circulation, here what happens? So we all know that each and every part of the body is formed by what? The cells. Okay, the flow will be in such a way, that is what? It is outside the cells. Okay, the flow will be in such a way That is what? It is between the, say, we can say as it is what? In between the cells. It won't what? It does not pass through the cells. Okay. It won't happen. It will not pass through the cells. It is what? It is going to circulate around the cells. Okay. It is going to circulate what? Outside the cell. That is what called as what? Extracellular circulation. And we see this type of circulation in case of what? Higher animals like human beings and other animals. Okay. So they use what? Blood vessels to circulate the body fluid to all parts of the body. So they are done with what? The blood vessels. Okay. Now we will be seeing another type of circulation. It is based on what? It is based on the types of fluid. Okay, type of fluid that is going to enter the system and that is going to help the process of circulation. Okay, so it is categorized into what? Environmental fluid circulation and internal fluid circulation. So while coming to environmental fluid circulation, it is the case where the fluid is attained from the environment. Okay, that is from the outside source. Okay, it is not present within the system of the organism. It is attained from the environment. That is, I have given an example, that is organisms like sponges and hydra. They take the water that is present in the surrounding to perform the circulation within them. Okay, this sponges and hydra, what they do? They take the water from the environment and they carry out the process of circulation. So water, once it is entering these organisms, so the nutrients that is present in the water will be utilized by these organisms, and the waste that is produced in these organisms will be discarded by while the water is leaving out. Okay, so in case of hydra, there will be one pore present in the organism and through which the water enters, and the hydra, it takes up the essential nutrients. Okay, and then the waste that is produced in the hydra, it will be also what? Sent out with the help of the water that is going to circulate through the body of the hydra. Am I making it clear? So the fluid is coming from the external environment. Okay, now coming to what? Internal fluid circulation. So what is internal fluid circulation? So from the name itself we can understand that it is going to be based on what? A fluid that is going to be present within the system itself. Okay, so if you are taking humans, we can say the blood is the fluid which is defaultly present in our system. Okay, it is defaultly present in our system, which is going to carry out what? Which is going to carry out the process of the circulation. Okay, so in this case the main thing is what? The blood vascular system, that is the blood vessels, arteries, veins, all those things who are going to help in the process of circulation. And then what? The lymphatic fluid system. So the lymph vessels, which is going to what? This is also present in a default in the macroorganisms like human beings. Okay, so they are coming under what? Internal fluid circulation. And one more thing is hemolymph. It is the type of fluid that is found in case of insects like cockroaches. Okay, as of humans, we are we are having a body fluid called blood. In the same way, the insects, they have a body fluid called hemolymph. Okay, so mainly we will be discussing about cockroaches in case of hemolymph is considered. Okay, this is all about what? The types of circulation, that is based on whether it is based on the flow, and one is what? Based on the fluids. Okay, types of fluids that is entering and leaving the system. So now I hope that you have understood how the circulation is being classified. Okay, so this is all about the topic that we have discussed today. So okay, in this topic so far we have discussed about what circulation system is all about, and we have discussed about its types. Okay, in our upcoming class we will be discussing about various body fluids, okay, like blood and hemolymph, everything we will be discussing about it. And we will be discussing about the types of blood cells that is found in the human system. Okay, everything we will be discussing in our upcoming session. I hope you understood this session. Thank you.